Hey, welcome back. Time to actually write Radix Sort. So if you watch the video on the helper methods, that's actually the harder stuff. Now we just call those helper methods a couple times in the loop, and we make the buckets, and that's kind of it. So here's the pseudocode if you want to add this yourself. Define a function that accepts a list of numbers. Just call it Radix Sort, something like that. And then the first thing we have to do is figure out how many digits the largest number has. Well, we just wrote that method, most digits. If we go back here, we need to figure out, all right, which number has the largest number of digits, or what is the largest number of digits in any of these numbers. And in this case, it's 4. There's a couple of 4-digit numbers, or there's more than a couple. So we're going to need to loop 4 times because we're going to need to sort them into buckets for this digit, this digit, this one, and this one. So 4 different times. If we had a 6-digit number, we need to do it 6 times. So once you figure that out using the method we just defined back here, then you need to start a loop from 0 up until that largest number of digits. So if we're doing this 4 times, we need to go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3. And each time through, we're going to create buckets for each digit. Now, a bucket is just an empty array. So we'll have an array that has 10 subarrays. That's how I would do it. And they all start empty. So index 0 of this array starts as an empty array. Index 1 is an empty array. And then each time through this loop, we're going to take each number, put it in the correct bucket based off of its kth, that's a really difficult thing to say, its kth digit, meaning that whatever this loop k is, we start at 0, we're going to put it in each number in the correct spot, correct bucket slot, using the 0th digit, and then the first digit, the second digit. So if we go here, right, if we run sort, go, first thing we do is we make these buckets. Here's our 10 buckets. Each one of these is an array inside of one larger array with 10 slots. And this is index 0, this is index 1, index 2. So all that we do for any number, which one's next? All right, so 10, we take the 0th number, which also happens to be a 0. So we take this number and put it in the slot 0, index 0. And we keep going. So here we go. We take the 0th number of this. We already wrote a helper method to do that. We called it, what did we call it? Digit, get digit, something like that. So get digit index 0 is going to give us 7. So we put the whole number in slot 7. So we keep going with that. And then the next time through our loop, we're going to look at index of 1, and then index of 2, index of 3. And then the other thing we have to do is replace our existing array with the values in the buckets. So this is where we reorder them a bit. So in this example, we put them all in the correct buckets. I can speed this up a little bit. And then at this point, we reform them into a list using the order that they're currently in. And there's a couple easy ways of doing that. You don't have to loop through manually and do this. I would just concatenate into a new array. And so we just keep that order, and then we start the process over. So there's going to be 2 loops. There's the outer loop, which happens 4 times. So we're looking at digit 1, or 0 in all the numbers, digit 1 in all the numbers, 2, 3 in all the numbers. And then we need an inner loop to actually do something to each number in the list. Okay? And then at the very end, return that list. So I'm going to implement this in the next video. Totally fine if this one is a little challenging. I mean, it's always fine. It's not my place to say that, but this is one that I think if you look at the code itself, the solution, ignoring the actual math from the last video about finding the digits and log 10 and dealing with, modulo and all that stuff, the logic in the sorting function itself is relatively straightforward. So we'll do that in the next video.